celebration of awakening for world peace through inner peace. the San Diego celebration of awakening for world peace through inner peace festival. And that's what's coming up on September 20th in San Diego. And that's... And today, the mayor of San Diego signed into government making September 20th the International Peace Day, or Peace Day of San Diego. It's the first piece of legislation centered around peace in San Diego in this way, and it's been signed into effect today in the U.S. government, a.k.a. California. Okay, California government. Okay, Jay, thank you so much. Jay Luboff is inadvertently opening our thing with all of this information. So this is a fun way of you getting to know why we're here celebrating this episode. This is a big deal in Lama Lhanang's life. It's something that he's been working towards since, I don't know, since arriving in America? Where did the idea for a Center for World Peace or a Day for World Peace, did it come in a dream?
Starts with the zero. You see, your parents only talk about peace, and every night meditate. And so I know how to say father and mother. I know how to say mantra of compassion. So it's kind of part of my life. But the focus in the world is 2004 or even 3. So I have dreamed about the White Tara and the Mother of Compassion, the feminine Buddha. So she talking me under my dream. She says, "You have to start the peace activities. Starts with the dance called the peace dance to heal the others. Anybody see this dance, they automatically heals them. It's like
spontaneous healing from seeing.
And also kid in the gardens, and then also I have to work in with the different people and peace.
So gardens and people and a dance, all these things were illustrated in the dream.
They're all connected in the one dream.
And the White Tara came to you, this feminine Buddha, and told you this in the dream about to do this in America or to find someplace to do it?
She didn't say America or there on this. Now is time to start. So something like that.
So and this is 2004?
2004 or 3, I don't really remember.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, time isn't really Buddhist strong suit.
No, there's no such time thing. So clock time's only a couple hundred years old. So.
Time's only a couple.
Yeah.
That's right. Time is only a couple hundred years old, everybody. That is just...
Clock time.
Right, clock time, of course. Well, no, I mean, what other time is there? It's all relative.
They start with the shadows, like they look and say, morning, afternoon, noon.
Right.
Then more details.
Right.
So
you couldn't exactly say at a certain point, hey, let's meet tomorrow when the branch, when the shadow reaches the other side of the branch, because you'd have to be at the other side of the branch to see it, right?
Once this world don't have borders, but we made past borders and they make borders. Mm-hmm. Once there's no such thing time, everybody's relaxed. We can meet tomorrow. Okay, that's kind of way it goes. But now you're late 5 minutes. That's the way we kidding. So
yeah,
and then we invest the money and to control everyone.
Yeah, lives change
Yeah.
in an instant over the focus on time. Somebody can be disappointed, angry forever at somebody for being late to something, all from this made up, sort of made up way of categorizing moments.
Yeah.
Hold on. Should we let the beeping pass? How do Buddhists work with interruption?
It is a natural thing. If you don't pay attention, then they just goes, it looks like Amazon's doing something to the neighborhood.
Yeah. This is not an ad for Amazon. Okay. This is completely
Must
unstaged.
be a lot of stuff. So
This is more of an ad for mindfulness, of non-interruption. You know?
That's okay. It's good sometimes. So this is the way of life.
Yeah.
So just sort of live in the city, this all often happens.
Yeah.
So we are the part of life and part of the show. So
Yeah.
we have to be enjoy it or reject it. So it's
Yeah.
up to you.
Yeah. Can we talk about, earlier you and I were talking about how everything is a prayer. I wonder if you could talk about that. Even the subtlest.
Yes, I will say anything you say, that's just your prayer. You have to care for, because this we have this gift is called precious human rebirth. Is such a precious thing, and which way you want to focus, that energy brings to you, and that make your future, that make who you are. So, and that's why, and what you talk about means actually you gauging, and something even though you don't like it means you're talking that, and you can immerse in that energy, also appetizing that energy. So you see, what I'm saying is you have to be careful, because this mouth is very powerful. One words you can destroy somebody's life. One words you can transform somebody's life. You see that kind of power we have. That's why, and what you wanted to say is also you connect with that energy, the flowness. So it's like a become what you talk about, that is your prayer.
Mm-hmm.
So then, and often what you think about, that is your meditation. The training of beginning meditations, you change your thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So you see, an ordinary person's thinking is always like a me, my, important about me, my country, me.
Mm-hmm.
So you see that an extraordinary way, a Dharma way, is think about others first. That kind of meditation brings in.
Yeah.
So, and that's why is when you wake up, what you thinking, that's your meditation. What you do, we spend the time, people, where you go, anything you think is that it's your meditation. So that's why, as a Buddhist, we take the refuge. We say, from this moment to after I'm reaching enlightenment. So, and what means this moment to after I reach enlightenment, I always connect with the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha is my routine. Dharma is my wisdom. The Buddha, the loving kindness and compassion, ultimate compassion, is my destiny. So you never suffer from those three things. So that means day, night, all where you are go, what you do, is everything is a practice.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So that's why I'm saying is your talking is praying. So may you joking something, but somebody may take it serious, like say, oh, that person said this, actually started the negative karma there.
Yeah.
So in the words has a power to help others, destroy somebody, or transform yourself too, because of how you say what you do.
Right. What about thinking? and thoughts, how are they less harmful without the vehicle of action than the actual vocalizing a thought? Is it less harmful to have a thought that it has negative energy?
Its thoughts is like a king. You see, king is the decision maker. You see, so its thoughts is more powerful. So, and then, and our senses like those ministers, they're working for the king. Then our foot and our hands are like soldiers. They do the dirty work. So, and that's why how you use it, your thoughts and your words and your actions and how you look and how you listen, everything makes a difference in yourself, in others. That's why anything you say, anything you do, there's has a lot of consequences, karma connections.
Yeah.
Even though our breathing,
Yeah.
we will breathe out, there's many germs and life dies. Breathe in, there are many also sucking in dies. There's just everything's live.
Right.
So this flowness. So like, you just breathing can be also, you have to mindfulness to send the good thoughts to this live world, and breathing into this is like a universe. It's our body as there's countless beings
in
living
our body.
in this.
Right.
When you drink some hot, they're burning. You drink cold, they're cold. They go through all kind of suffering.
Yeah. Microorganisms, germs, bacteria, all of those are living beings in a Buddhist perspective.
Yeah, Buddhist, we say sentient beings. We don't call miracle or this or germ or, the ways to in English the names.
Yeah. Just beings.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk about the difference between what most people call love and Buddhist context for love? Sort of what the difference between what most people think is love or referred to as love, which is more romantic and possessional, and then the difference between that and unconditional love and how it relates in Buddhist teachings.
Buddhist teachings is always there's unconditional love. It's like mother's love and father's love. You see, your mother wants you be the first person in the world. So mother can do because she wants you're the one first. The father wants also same way. Your son or daughter be the number one. They grow up, then argue starts, of course, changes of mind, but they naturally, ultimately, they have this within them. And the Buddhist, we understand is all parents sentient beings, is we are related like a children to parents, also same way like a mother's love. Doesn't matter the nationality, or doesn't matter the color of the skin, doesn't matter what religion they follow, doesn't matter what they do. You have to love. And especially somebody's actually doing evil things, you have to love them more because they are totally lost. You like for example, when you have a child, when your child is sick and ill, the parents worry more and more tension, more love. You see, exactly same way somebody's doing bad things and wars, and you do more focus and more prayer for that to get out from that energy. So that's why it's and a Buddhist is as a Buddhist, it's wisdom is eyes, loving kindness is the action. So those the paths we in the Vajrayana Buddhist we follow.
When you say eyes, what do you mean?
Like the wisdom is like eye to see. When you
okay.
walk,
It's eyes to see. Yeah. Okay.
you walk.
Right.
you have to use all the time your eyes. In other words, you step or fell or, you can
Right.
be in trouble, right?
Uh-huh.
The same way, you go out as a Buddhist, you can meet maybe all kinds of people. You have to be keeping clearly.
Yeah.
And when also you maybe say something to them, maybe it's kind of harmful words, but you comes from your heart, only care.
Yeah.
So it's sounds like sometimes America they can handle.
Yeah.
So America's is this crazy say called love in the couples. It's not really love; it's control.
Control.
You see, jealous is not love.
Right.
The love is that jealousy is insecure. You not trust person. If you trust, then why there's no room for jealous? Only trust. You see,
Right.
it's love is not arguing.
So it's like having a servant.
Yeah, if you love somebody, why you want to argue?
Right.
You
right.
just okay. You're right.
Right. Whatever makes you happy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the simple is as that. And a Buddhist always you open your eyes to think about other first.
That's right.
So and then you can just also others first, but also you have to look yourself too same time because how much you can give the time, how much you can do, and even though you want to help somebody, and you have some in your wallet, you some money, you give it to. Then later you need to eat, then you regrets and upset. Is that not like that's the way?
Yeah.
You just look and how much you can give, how much time you can give. You're always keeping the balance.
Yeah.
To not lose, you have to hold in you and the state of the wisdom and compassion.
What's fascinating to me now, 2 decades as a practicing Tibetan Buddhist, is that there are more and more systems of subtlety that get taught to me. You teach me subtleties of teachings, like such as all thoughts are prayers and actions are prayers. Everything, it's all prayer. And so one would think, oh boy, oh no, I should watch out every single thing I do. And then you would make nervous people or something because they're just watching all the time about messing up or something or doing things outside of it. But yet every Buddhist I know, and you as my teacher, very relaxed person. You're not, sort of watching the room and making sure that everybody's doing everything right. There's a relaxed nature to it, even though it's a very disciplined practice. Can you talk about that paradox?
Yes, like right now it's nice weather, nice people, we are in a nice conversation. I relax, but I am work hard. I am sometimes a little strict with especially when some people are very close to study with me.
Yeah.
They say, oh, Lama, you're so funny, you're so sweet, nice. But now you act as like a father or mother. Just told me what to do. I said, exactly, that's true, because I care about you to make sure you're in the right place.
Yes.
So that's the difference. But in general, I'll be saying 80% I will relax.
Yeah.
But 20% I have to be catch up, I have to be disciplined, I have to be clear.
That's a pretty good
But
mix.
the most time I'm clear. It's something I want, it's clear. I don't need to think about when I go to store. I just go to that thing and I just pick up because I don't need to look and I don't need to think about, try and talk. No.
Yeah. You gave me this, one of the subtler teachings a while ago that I think about every time I go to a park now is, there's the innocence of walking in a park. You want to turn off your phone? Or
No, it's fine.
You're fine. Yeah. We work with the interruptions. When I go to a park, I think about how beautiful and peaceful walking at the park is. And yet the whole time I'm thinking that I'm stepping on bugs as I walk, and I'm doing prayers for the bugs that I might be walking on underneath my feet in enjoying this beautiful day. And how to hold those two things together, knowing that you may be causing harm just walking, innocently walking in the grass, and that harm is everywhere almost, but there's a focus on the kinds of harms that are relatively painful to us as a society, but most people aren't thinking about the harm of just sort of, eating a salad, and there was many bugs that died in order to bring the salad there, So, and also how to hold those two things at the same time. And Buddhism teaches us how to abide in that. Can you talk about that as well?
Yes, I think that's kind of harm. I just already say, just your breathing make harms automatically. Or you take steps in just a field, it's somebody's territory. There's a spirits living there, and also there's all kinds of beings living there. So if you have like X-ray eyes, you can see each step is red, blood. Even though you throw the rock into the air, in that lane of the rock goes from start here to land in other side, is going to be the red. So, but if you think, maybe I harm something, automatically harm yourself too. In this world is, in general speaking, is we're humans, we very selfish and self-centered. We don't care about nature. We don't care about other living beings. As a Buddhist, we knowing this, but it's you're afraid worries doesn't really have.
Right.
Only consciously we are connected karmically. Somehow we karmically connected with the bad things. Bad one. Some is good connections. You're doing good things to people, and involving that means good karma together. It's good, right?
What decides that? Is it the motivation of the person?
Yeah, of course. There's many karma. Is like this. So you see, if you driving in the road, you can kill rabbit or birds. You feel it's like, I killed some rabbit and birds. You feel bad, but actually you didn't create the whole karma, because that moment that animal need to die, the animal's karma, only you have karma is going that direction. Sometimes we just sit in the sofa, you just watch news or movie or 1 hour. You just see somebody, politician or some you don't like. You say, I wish somebody kill him or somebody shoot him. Actually, you killed in the karma.
Wow.
You didn't do anything, but you're just sitting because your mental karma starts with there.
Wow.
Then you talk about somebody's, he's bad, she's bad. I will say, are you sure 100%? No, because only we know what's going on our mind, but even though your lifetime's a partner's mind, you don't know.
Right.
The truth is.
Yes.
That's why as a Buddhist, we don't judge others. We have to judge in ourselves.
Yeah.
To what's really our mind is. If your mind is good, then that is the root of the karma.
Yes.
But what we're talking about here is, it's very important to anything you do enjoys. And then the end of the day, you do dedication or closing your meditation. You can connect 2 days of my walk, 2 days my activity, anything I kill. All those beings and all parasentient beings in the universe, I will do some prayer, and today they are connected with the karmically those, and this may benefit them, and deeper from your heart, indefinitely, that's the way should be.
Yes. So it's an inventory at the end of the day of wherever I may have harmed beings.
Also you do good, bad, either
account
way.
for everything. Yeah. And do that at the end of the day. And that even if the prayer doesn't go out anywhere, you are creating a mind that is an accountable mind, a generous mind, thinking about things in this way. And that can clear karma.
Yes, definitely. If you are just your mouth doing mantras or prayer, you're thinking something evil things you're thinking, then definitely it's not good.
Yeah.
So it's like in a Buddhist practice, your body, gesture, mudras, movements, everything goes with your body.
Yeah.
And your mind is meditating, your lips doing prayer, all these three things together.
Yes.
And then also how you start with the refuge in bodhicitta to how to connect with the in Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in enlightened world. And also, and then you maintain the meditation to your practice. Also, the end, you have to dedicate it the virtue.
Yes. And all of that is the dedication of the virtue. That's the part that I really have loved, because you would think just doing, clearing up your karma or doing good karmic acts is something in itself, and it sure is. But then thinking about dedicating that to all living beings, that whatever you accumulate, it's such a sharing process. This whole thing is just always sharing. It's time sharing with mentally toward being, spiritually toward being, isn't it? It's just a sharing. There is no privacy. There's no, and I'm not saying we don't take breaks and we don't retreat and go home and spend time with ourselves and study, but I mean, there's no real privacy in our heart anymore.
It's really privacy. That's also comes from the fear. But also in this world, what you want to put in the air or up there, and people are going to watch, they judge.
Mm.
So you can, anything you do, that message, something benefit is very, very, very important. But, and our motivation is like this. If you are new to the Buddha Dharma, it's you need the discipline. Just need the discipline, and can discipline to avoid the negativities and also follow the positivities. And then you understand the Vajrayana upon the Dharma, you only need this care in the loving kindness, others first.
Mm.
And you don't need to think about yourself.
Mm.
Less thinking yourself, less suffering.
Right.
And if you can completely give up yourself, then there's no you, there's no suffering.
It's interesting too, because
so you put the others first.
Yeah.
That means you have so much accumulating the merits, and also automatically that is the real loving kindness.
Right.
Others you put in the first.
And you don't drop your style. You know, we obviously have styles, and we have families, and we have priorities in our life. It's not just a mess of loving kindness. Loving kindness isn't a mess. It's very disciplined, and also there can be an individualized, so-called individualized style of each human being, and a set of preferences, or I like to do things this way. As long as as your heart is open and is full of sharing, then it's not like we become bland people.
Yeah, I think as long as you have to know your balance, anything you do, if you have boundaries, and also you see you want it to be run to the top of the mountain. If you run, you're going to fail and you're not going to make it. But you can go walk fast and just use each steps, and then you're eventually top of the mountain.
Right.
So anything you do, you need to know your balance, your time. You have to respect these things.
Yes.
So it's like it's like a car. You just driving, no oil. You'll be burning your engine is cost a lot.
Right.
In the same way, we just like, oh, I'm Buddhist, I have to do this. But you when you fail, then you lose your precious human life. So that's why always the balance. And also Buddha told many levels of teachings. Which one is suit you? Which one is you can use in your practice? That's the way to go with that.
Yeah.
Something you don't have, you try act that, you're trouble.
Yeah. Right. Right.
So it's very important to do that.
Yes. Can we talk about the aspect of the Buddha Dharma that where defeat is almost impossible? The notion of defeat or being defeated or counted out. I mean, you famously had to, along with many other Tibetans, leave your homeland and all of your familiarization, and you had to walk out of where you grew up, and it was occupied, and it's been occupied since. And yet you pray for those who your so-called aggressors, you know, and there's no way of actually sort of really truly defeating a Buddhist, because we are, well, could you talk about that? The notion of indefeatableness or indestructibleness.
I can say indestructible, because that's so too high, but relatively as a Dharma practitioner, they understand first steps is called impermanence. Nothing is forever. Everything is impermanent. So you see, you can't use grasping. You can't use attachment. Everything changes.
Mm.
So you know that, then it's everything's flowing very easily.
Mm.
If you reach the Buddha mind or Buddha nature, that state is, you can say, indestructible truth or Vajra mind.
Okay.
So in that level is it's beyond the relative world.
Right.
There's no such as that country or this country or
Right.
this worst or this perfect. Everything is perfect.
Yeah.
You understand the Buddha nature.
Yes.
One, this Tibetan Lama called Kambo Mensa Rinpoche, he went to communist jail 20-some years. And he's famous Lama, and they put him dark rooms, and he can't go out. Most of the jail people work in the fields, doing things. He have to stay in the rooms, dark rooms, keeping 20-some years captured, you know. And then when he released, then his students or his friends say, you know, Lama, I'm sorry you suffer so much. You went to these 20-some years in jail. I'm sorry, blah, 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 you know. And he said, what? This, that was the wonderful, that was the opportunity. The great 20 years I really practiced meditation and Dharma.
He was at the spiritual gym for 20 years.
So for him,
It's like,
jail is
Right.
not a jail.
right.
It's a perfect temple, perfect place to practice.
You can guarantee that he was praying for his captors.
Yeah.
He was praying for those who jailed him and were trying to inflict suffering.
Yeah, you don't need to do prayer for a particular. He just understands that's his karma. And also, automatically, that kind of lamas, even though somebody beat them, and the lama send good words to that benefit.
Mm.
Somebody nice too, he don't make a difference. They
Yeah.
both.
Huh.
And it's just you see, life, things come. You can't excite in, they change. Also, life, there's some things come. You can upset, because upset only brings suffering to yourself.
Mm.
And exciting also, next is upsetting. It's, you see, next is impermanent. You're exciting like up there, like,
Mm-hmm.
you'll be lose it, then you upsetting. So you see, and that's why as the training the mind is anything you hear, anything you see, anywhere you go, everything is teachings and practice.
Right, right. So we can have that
Hmm?
attainable indestructibleness, but it's all a practice until then.
Yes,
Yes.
practice relatively. You have, it's I will say acceptance.
Yeah.
Accept, appreciate it, then everything's good. Life is good. But if you just always like, oh, you have something, then you're looking for something beyond, then you'll suffer.
Right. You recently had, you and I both went through some health issues in the last year, and this is the first time we've seen each other since then. And when you were going through your health issues, I would call you and ask you how you're doing, and you would say, "This is just my karma." And you weren't saying it just for, when most people hear that, they might think like, oh, somebody's feeling sorry for themselves, but this wasn't you feeling sorry for yourself. You're saying, I accept what comes, and I accept the body's abilities. And you just were showing me I want to call it grace, but it was just the wisdom of accepting fully what your body has for you and what it doesn't. And you're also somebody who, I know your father, we've talked about on this podcast before, wouldn't get surgeries, or he would accept the karma of his body and sort of say he didn't want to extend his life by some surgical advancement. He just accepted what was happening in his body. And you were a teacher of that to me. While you were going through yours, I was looking at mine in the same way, which was very helpful and definitely a practice. Can you talk about that philosophy?
That's the same as we talk about its impermanence. First you understand, then you can change. Like, so weather's hot, you have to wear thin clothes. Weather's cold, you have to wear thick clothes. If you complain and upset, doesn't really help nothing. And then also this body is, when we are born, means we're going to die. It's like an old car. It's one day, engine stops, that's it. After that, we try to fix, go to doctor. It's good if as long as you meaningfully you benefit in something you're doing good. I think you should live much as you can try to save yourself.
Yeah.
But if you only harm, and also your friends, your loved ones, they're like, still he's living. Oh no, he didn't die yet. That's not a good way living, But long as people push it, long as you know how to take care, and also when you live with this human body to benefit something, definitely I will say go to doctor whenever you need to. You do your best to live because you're helping others something benefit.
Right.
But you see, these things also for me was very interesting. And really I learned a lot because when I was young, very healthy, and also I'm strong. That's my ego too. So somebody says, "Oh, this heavy." I was like, "Man, not heavy." I just pick up. I like it show up, the kind of. But then I see I was sick and I can drink and I can talk and all these things happening as a lot of challenge. But then same time, and I was blessed. Really, beautiful people take care of me and leave me outside of lunches, food, to say they don't want to disturb. So I put a little notes with the foods. And like, Jay, it's just, what you need, I can help you, with a big smile and no complaints. Therefore, then you like, oh, I'm so blessed, And a lot of people, only if you can afford it, you have the nurses. And otherwise, very hard situations, and especially in America, I will see is like also a blessing, like how much people loves me. Saying many people say, "Oh, we send you healing. I'll send you pray. I send you this," and it's just overwhelming for me. And I appreciate it, but also same time, I will more sort of focus and more maintain my practice.
One of the more fascinating things that I found out in the last couple of years from you that we've talked about a few times, but I think since we have this visual representation, and it's always fascinating to hear, I think, because there's all this seeming idol worship in most traditions. There's there's deities, there's so many different Buddhas and so many different Buddha statues, and then there's so many teachers. There's so many teachers, and there's a lot of followings of these teachers. What you told me in the last few years is that devotion to a teacher, that you don't necessarily feel that it's not about you. The devotion, even though I think of you every morning, and as a part of my practice, I think of you as like the highest example that I've chosen in this life to follow as a human being, a living example. And I think of you, and I've thought in the beginning of this process that somehow that I'm sending you my devotion and you feel it, and you or something like that, and you're like, I don't feel your devotion. It's not about me. It's about you and developing your own mind of devotion. It's all the objects that we use as objects of devotion, though. Can you explain this to people, like how devotion is only for the actual devotee, even though it's toward a teacher?
Yeah, yes. In this kind is Tibetan Buddhist, we have a lot of tankas, statues, a lot of images, a lot of colors of Buddhist art and culture. As we as like human beings, we need some tanka, we need some image to helps us to really kind of motivate, sort of, oh, this is my Buddha, this is my Buddha statue, this is my tanka. It's the kind of reminder to do something, like prayer beads means you always like, I have to pray. I have to keep you reminders.
Like a place of accountability, practice and accountability.
But it's the real practice means it's as a really good practitioners is you don't need a lot of things. Only you need to follow the commandments. Like Samaya, it's like commandment.
Yeah.
So each person has commandment. Like, for example, you have friend, when you talk about something, that's commitment between you and your friend.
Oh, yeah, sure.
And the beautiful thing is and this commitment, right? Then when you follow your teacher, and the teacher gives the teachings, as that is also between you and your teacher as a commandment. So it's a beautiful thing to...
What's another word of commandment that we could say?
Commandment
like
is
commitment
like,
or
the teachings.
Yes,
like you follow the teachings.
Yeah. But in friendship, like you were saying, what's that commandment?
Of course, you started with the friendship. You have to somebody you can trust, you like it, you want to follow. You see these things you needed because you just like, I follow him, doesn't matter. You don't do that. You're like, this person really I can trust.
The ethics of relationship.
Yeah, you have to be just sort of, first, always trust with a clear motivation. It's not like a sort of, I don't know, but I'm following. That's not a good way to follow. You just for sure you're following. But then the devotion is, in this world, is everything is relative. And also believing. You believe something.
Yeah.
So start as you have just sort of clear vision, confidence. The confidence turns to devotion. So when you turn devotion means kind of actually, I devoted to Buddha. I meditate Buddha. I practice Buddha. I'm only thinking about Buddha. Buddha, but actually what's really happening is your mind is turned to the Buddha.
Right.
It's not you turn something Buddha.
Yeah.
You're not doing something favor to Buddha. You're doing just for yourself.
You're saturating your own self with awakening.
We have this dirty, polluted, deluded mind, and suddenly transforms to positive and in awakening, enlightenment, wisdom, compassion. You see,
Yeah.
that's all happenings in your heart.
Right.
So example is just like devotion is like this. Once in Tibet, there's a mother and son, and the son does business. He goes to he's a businessman. Then mother said, please, you are going to this sacred place, monasteries. Get me some sacred image or object to I can meditate with it. So, and mother's recourse to the son, favor.
Sure.
He forget first time, second time. The mother's mad. She said, you didn't forget your business, you didn't forget your money, but only your mother's favors you forget.
Oh, he took care of the things on his list, but not mom's one request.
So then he went third time somewhere. When he comes back, he sees his home, he remembers. So he know mother's going to mad, complain. And he just look around, that's the Yellow River. He sees the beautiful white rock. Then he bought that, wrapping with the silk, like beautiful fabric. Mom, you're very lucky. This from the Podala in this Buddha of compassion place. So this is a sacred rock for your practice. And so he gave it to her. In that moment, she just gives hug to him and say, I'm so lucky to have great son, brought me this sacred rock. And she started meditating, doing the mantra of compassion, and she meditated every single day Buddha of compassion, Avalokiteshvara, and she's doing mantra.
Wow. It didn't matter that the thing wasn't thought out.
One day, they, of course, mother and son get fight, like arguing.
Uh-oh.
And then she's like, you only care money, only your business, you only, mother like complaining like that.
Yeah.
Mom, you're so dumb. You know that rock where I got in the Yellow River, you're doing prostrating, you're meditating, you're doing mantras, and you're the dumb woman.
Oh, poor guy.
And she pick up the rock and throw it to the big rock. And hit the big rock, the white rock was broken pieces. And inside there's a statue of the Buddha of compassion comes out.
Wow.
Because her devotion that developing that image of the crystal form.
Amazing.
So they're both speechless, like they like quiet, silent. And so, in the end, she was went to the nirvana. So she went to rainbow body. So
wow,
it's not about the rock or things or the sun. It's all about her mind.
Right.
If you have devotion in Buddha Dharma, is not something past or future. It's always in the present. When you open with your devotion, you're already connected.
Yeah. Incredible. Let's talk about the upcoming event on September 20th in San Diego, which we said the title of earlier. We attempted.
Celebration of awakening.
Yes, celebration of awakening.
World peace through inner peace.
Of world peace through inner peace in San Diego.
San Diego Peace Day.
San Diego Peace Day, September 20th.
We start San Diego Peace Day. That means next year we're doing this.
Right.
So,
every year. It's it's going to be San Diego Peace Day on the 20th of September. And it's been declared, and that's been written into existence. And I know for Buddhists there are no big deals, but this feels like a big deal.
I think as Buddhist is a big deal too, because you see, I was come to America. It's I learned is you have to be humble, and that people respect you more. In that way, I grow up. And I come to America. Some people say, what do you do? I said, nothing. Who you are? I said, really nothing. I just young man from Tibet. They're like, you don't do nothing? You don't have job? They treat you really nothing. So then I learned, and so I'm artist, I'm paint. So I'm Buddhist, I teach meditation.
Right.
Meditation, and I start that way. Then people, oh, you teach meditation. Oh, art, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Which style? Like you see,
Yeah.
In America, you have to talk. You can see, even though somehow maybe yells. So our president sometimes yells, but and that accomplishes things. So you say, good.
Right. Yeah, I guess it depends on how you yell in life.
If you are just like, okay, that's fine, no, then nobody look you.
Yeah, right. And if you don't belong to somewhere, you don't have an occupation, then nobody listens to you.
Yeah. Actually, in here is everything is commercialized and everything is advertised, and then people see you better and respect you better.
Right. Exactly. But it's a big deal for a Buddhist then.
I'm just saying, in today's world, yes.
Yeah, in today's world it is.
Yeah, in a Buddha tells us nothing is big deal. If you are really practice that,
right,
people respect you automatically.
And humility, you were talking about the importance of humility a minute ago, and that's not a chief export right now of America. Humility. There isn't a lot of humility in entertainment, in culture. It's one-upmanship and outsmarting and using aggression more towards. And so the humility, when you see it in the world, it stands out. It stands out in the most beautiful way, and it is a strength.
Yeah.
Can you speak?
America is a great country, and I love this country. And we have so much freedom, in so much opportunities, and a great country. But America needs communities. America needs created love and tolerance and respect each other. Doesn't matter which body, doesn't matter which religion or which color of skin. And we really need this appreciation and respect. That's where I see. But, everybody has a different way, see things, different way, talk about things.
Where's the festival going to be held in San Diego?
San Diego, St. David's Church. It's very close to here, and we're holding in there. And
at a church?
Yes.
Okay.
And
you have international figures from different religions coming to speak, representing a unifying message of peace throughout all the spiritual traditions.
Yes, and definitely there's be more than, I think, 14 or 15 speakers from different, follow different religion or different beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
So, and all come in one reason, and we need this focus peace. That's why celebration awakening. So it means we celebrate to wake everybody. Doesn't matter which religion you follow, doesn't matter color of skin. We all need to wake and focus on peace.
Mm-hmm.
And also we want to peace in the world, peace in this country. We have to start this within ourselves.
Yes.
And you see, and this world has more than 7 billion people, but we are also one from them. That means we start. It means also doing something. Most people are like, oh, we need peace, blah, 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 complains, but don't do nothing.
Right.
So that's why really I'm and exciting, and also I'm enjoying, and have by and our Sangha here in San Diego, and also people believes me this is something done of it. You see, it right now is in this world is just talk about nuclear bombs and those kind of warfare. We need to stop talking those. We need to talk about how to communicate and how to respect each other. Some countries need help. They need help create the water, or maybe just need food, create a business there. And we need to think about is this green planet is one family. We all live in Mother Earth.
Right.
So that's why we are doing this. So it's not just only this. We are also, my idea is anybody comes to that day, they can take back something and they can share with their family and they can transform their lives by peace.
And one of the unique things about this festival, besides all of what's been said here, is that this is a peace festival designed by somebody who's dedicated to non-aggression in life. And you've attended and talked about attending peace rallies here in America. You know, you've been here since, was it the early 2000s?
Yeah, 90s.
Okay, 90s. And attending peace rallies, so-called peace rallies, where there's aggression, where people are yelling, where people are destroying things. And you vowed to not return to one of those because it's not a real peace festival or not something that you want to be a part of when it comes to peace. And so this particular festival around peace has been, every single area of it from the ground up has been overseen by you and the Sangha here in San Diego. And we're all dedicated to non-aggression in every action. So this is a very rare occurrence to attend a peace rally that's actually fully and thoroughly without aggression.
Oh, yes, definitely, because, and I say it again, and this country needs love and peace. This great country, I went to those peace rallies, they yelling and scream and blaming other parties and other people. Of course, there's good people each party, bad people each party. Doesn't matter. There's, good people everywhere, bad people everywhere. But we need to connect with the good sides, and also you really want to peace. You want to do the peace rallies. You have to have a plan to people can learn something, and that helps them calm down, helps them creating peace in their home, peace in their lives, and also they understand the two different way to look at the world. I think that's very important to me.
Yes.
So, and that's why we doing this is kind of all these different leaders or different speakers, they talk about their believing and their religious way to peace. So you see, then everybody can take something from each religion, and also they can see something before maybe, oh, I'm not that religion, but then you see, oh, each religion has something nice.
Right.
So that's why in this world, this time right now is we need this respect and tolerance, communication between our spouse or partners and our children, our parents, and also the leaders, even though teachers to students, always we communicate. And countries' leaders need communicate to. And I think at the bottom line, everyone wants peace, but only you put your ego and just sort of, oh, I can reach you with my nuclear bomb. Not that way talk. Is okay, I have children, you have children, we have grandchildren. What is best for in the future generations? We already have so much disasters about hurricanes, earthquakes, fire, and tsunamis, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
And we don't need to use the nuclear or bombing each other.
Right. It's already...
in this world, it's how you focus, you create that energy.
Yes.
So you see the Palestinian and the Israel, the war starts the many, I don't know, 67 years, but there's going to bring peace. No, worst and worst, because only hate killed hate.
Right.
Worst killed worst.
Wars create
You not
create wars.
can found the peace.
Uh-huh.
For example, it's like, okay, you don't like somebody, then it's like, okay, I'm going to beat up, then I'm going to beat, revenge my enemy. You beat, that guy has a family, that guy has a friend. They all become your enemy.
Right.
So you may better to work with your own mind.
Yes.
You work with your own ego and your own mind. You work with that, then you really found peace everywhere you go, everywhere you stay.
Yeah.
But you try to, after people to create peace, there's never going to find peace.
Right.
What you create, that comes back.
Mm-hmm. Is the all-day festival, is it an all-day event or is it just a few hours or
A morning part is the speakers, they all talk about their point teachings, peace, and then the audience can ask them which,
a Q&A?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which speaker they want to ask. So you can ask, that's opportunity. And following that, we have peace walk.
A peace walk.
What you call those walk-in place?
Labyrinth, is it?
Labyrinths, yeah, a walk-in labyrinths in peace walk.
Uh-huh.
And following that, we have this beautiful Buddha image of Pamasambhava, like the biggest image in North America, like about maybe 35 feet tall, like as high as like 3 building size.
That you've been storing all these years.
Yeah, we opened that, and then we going to meditating for world peace. Just do the mantras, Appamasambhava, and meditation for the world peace. And then and follow that, then there's the young children going to play violin. It's like for the peace. And then also we have like I think 7 or 8 or 9 nominated people, nominations for they can receive Peace Prize.
Oh, wonderful.
But 3 people get to the Peace Prize.
Okay.
So 9 nominated already we have. So
let's hope things stay peaceful between the 3.
Yeah, they're all doing something benefit for community.
Yeah.
They're all working for peace. So
Wonderful.
that's kind of people.
Wow.
So, and then we have Indian dance and then American musicians, the music, Native American dance, Tibetan dance. And
excellent.
so it's going to be full day and fun day. So, and also same time, there's also a program for children. We can draw, meditate, learning something. It's kind of anybody comes, definitely they can carry back something with them.
You can find information about this in the show links and everything, so it'll be there. So just click, and that'll be easy. I wanted to bring it back to something that we were talking about at the beginning of the conversation, where you were using the example of a mother and father and their love, and that this idealized mother and father love, unconditional, wanting the best for a child coming into this world, and of course not everyone that's been their experience. Not everyone knows their original family. How can someone practice with mother and father energy to feel the same impact of the unconditional love that you talk about? Like how does someone who doesn't have parents, or parents didn't feel like they loved them, how can they work with this imaging around mother and father unconditional love?
There's so many ways we can talk about, but you see, sometimes, the parents, they think it's their way That's the way to love. So, that depends their minds. Then children, of course, they have own ideas. Then they get complex and then start problems.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's very important is communication.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like when you are parents, you can't just like, I'm parents, I'm the authority. You can't really treat your children like that way either.
Mm.
You have to really listen in what's going on in your children's life, and also even the talk with the teacher, and talk about around and check in and what's they looking, what they're doing. You have to learn into how to you can support and love, and that's the way. But in America, it can be say, some people in conditional love for dogs, some people in conditional love for cats.
Mm-hmm.
So, you can use as that way
Right.
too. And
Yeah.
it can be unconditional
Yes.
love. But for sure, we all want to be loved. We all want to be the best. You see, that's it. But what I'm saying here is we have to realize like, oh, I need love. Yeah, that person needs love. Everyone needs that love. Everyone needs peace. We have to create in the equanimity, and then there's no enemy to hate or family to love. You love everyone equally. Doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Or your parents was very strict and so you feel so mean to you can forgive them. So, okay, wow, realize I know they are doing their best, but we have misunderstandings, communication problems, train everything disaster.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm not talking to them. That happens too. So it's very important you have to forgive them, because when you forgive them, you're free yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You see, if you don't forgive them, then one day your parents die, then you carry on that, and then your children's going to carry that. So, and that's why you have to be smart to let it go in the past and create in the peace in the person, in loving kindness.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe to end this, maybe we could talk about it as important as the San Diego celebration of awakening, of world peace through inner peace. Did I say it right? Festival?
Uh-huh.
Oh, what?
Peace Festival.
Yeah, okay.
Peace Day.
Peace Day.
It's all good.
Yeah. As important as these events are, I wonder if we could close by talking about the importance of activism in your own home, and how many people go out in the world and they see problems in the world and they want to go help it, and they go join organizations, and some of them end up being another expression of aggression, or sort of continuing the problem. And the importance of, in your own household, that's a universe itself of love and compassion and forgiveness, and everything really starts there. Can you talk about how everything starts in the home?
Yes, I've definitely. First, your teachers is your parents in your home. And especially nowadays in America, a lot of young people are against the country, against the society, against the parents, against everything. And they think is like peace and love is like a think about other countries or other things going on in the world. It's you see what's happening in yourself is you're not creating peace, hatred in yourself and your country, your people. So best thing is you have to appreciate everything in everyday life. When you have happiness in your heart, you are a successful man, successful woman. And then it's very important to have a peace in your home, where you go, what you do, there's a peace. And that is the best way focus. You know, if we just only connected with the news and disasters and wars in the world, in that's take us over your head. But in we human world is times of the kings and the queens. There's so much war and so much killing and things. Today's world is compared there much better, but still 21st century unnecessary wars happening.
Mm-hmm.
But if you hate in your country, in your society, that's not a way to get the peace.
Mm.
You just begins to love everyone. You love your enemy, love your parents, love your friends, love your society. Especially in America, some young people complain. They're lucky because they don't know about life in go to South India or maybe Africa or somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
How hard. There's no clean water. And some people eating just clay.
Mm.
And here we have just abundance life.
Mm-hmm.
And we need more humble and more respect our society, our country, our parents, our friends. You know, you want to do something, there's limitless things you can do, but you don't need to use anger or hatred. You can just use wisdom and compassion and kindness.
Excellent. You heard it here first or last. Lama, thank you.
Thank you very much.
That's it.